How are you, my viewers? Welcome again to our conversation on competency-based curriculum. Today, we want to start discussing the core competencies, and we are going to start with the core competency, which is known as self-efficacy. I want to start with this one because it's very critical for every learner who is in a school, because it helps them to acquire the others easily if this one is already achieved. Self-efficacy. A psychologist by the name Albert Bandura is known to be the proponent of a concept known as self-efficacy. Albert Bandura came up with self-efficacy after trying to define it and coming up with a statement trying to describe self-efficacy as the abilities or the capabilities of one to achieve goals and outcomes. Capabilities or abilities of one's achieving goals or outcomes. He said, students with strong sense of self-efficacy are more likely to engage in challenging activities and eventually achieve. But children with weak self-efficacy are likely to give up and even fail to achieve their objectives as per the activities involved in. Such students that are said to have low self-efficacy consider difficult activities as threats, and in most cases, they do not even want to get involved in activities that are demanding, especially in terms of energy and time. As a result, he came up with 4 sources of self-efficacy. One of them is mastery of experiences. In this source, he said that any child who is successful in doing activities, he ends up boosting his self-efficacy, whereas the one who has failed in any given activity or any given task ends up developing that low self-efficacy and is unable to attribute success to something good, because they have not been able to achieve anything, only failure. The source number 2 is what we call the vicarious experiences. Vicarious experiences refers to experiences that learners are able to observe others achieve, and because they are their age mates or they are their peers, they are also able to believe that since a friend of mine, since a peer or a colleague of mine or a friend of mine was able to achieve, I can also make it. I think this is one of the most important experience or source of self-efficacy, because children copy what the others are doing. And if they are able to see majority of their friends are achieving, they also believe that they are achievers. If majority of them are failing, they also believe that they are failures. Once when we were in school, we were told that children are like monkey see, monkey do. What they see you doing, what they see their friends doing is what they do themselves. Source number 3 is what we call the verbal persuasions. Verbal persuasion. This involves a communication in which a teacher and a learner engages in that results to what we call feedback. Remember, feedback is very important whenever you are dealing with learners. Don't only concentrate on telling, do this, do this, do this. Give time to them to respond back, to give you feedback of how they feel whenever they are doing whatever they are doing. And by so doing, when you give them that time, when you give them that opportunity to share with you, you're able to understand the challenges they are going through, and you're able to understand what they can easily do. and make your own judgment as a teacher, as a parent. Always ensure that you engage children in receiving feedback from them. The fourth one is what we call the emotional state. The fourth and the last one is the emotional state. They say that emotional stability is key to every success. If a child is emotionally motivated, they feel intrinsically they are motivated and they feel that they are part and parcel of any activity or task that they are engaged in. Therefore, ensuring that children are emotionally stabilized by allowing them to participate in activities that they like, by engaging them in activities and they end up enjoying. That way you boost their self-efficacy by ensuring that they have emotional stability that will yield success at the end of it all. We can therefore conclude that self-efficacy can be achieved if we are able to understand our children's capabilities, encourage them through all means to ensure that they have come out and they have produced the best from themselves by achieving small tasks, because they say small incremental developments or improvements are the ones that will lead to the bigger changes that we see in the world. Encourage your child and you won't regret. Self-efficacy starts with you. Thank you for watching. Let's meet in the next